Namaste Bitia, myself JVN Neha Saini from Physiotherapy and Diagnostics. Here I am going to tell you about the anatomy of ankle joint. Ankle joint is also known as talocrural joint because of its articulation. Talo means the talus, crural means the leg. So it is an articulation between the leg and the talus. The type of joint is hinge. It is a hinge variety of synovial type of joint. It is formed by the articulation of distal end of tibia. So here we have highlighted the distal end of tibia on the medial side, distal end of fibula on the lateral aspect, and the talus. So the superior surface of talus is included in this joint. So distal end of tibia articulating with the medial malleolus and distal fibula plus the lateral malleolus and the inferior tibiofibular ligament which is forming the mortise. This mortise is for the body of the talus. So mortise means a cup-like depressed area which is formed by the distal end of tibia, fibula, and in between these two we have a ligament known as inferior tibiofibular ligament. The ankle joint is the only mortise joint in the body. Now the ligaments of this joint are the fibrous capsule, deltoid or lateral ligament. Now the fibrous capsule. For any synovial joint, the aforementioned the first ligament is the fibrous capsule. So this fibrous capsule surrounds the joint and is attached all around the articular margins with two exceptions, means at the 2 points it is absent. So first point is posterior superiorly it is attached to the inferior transverse tibiofibular ligament, and anterior inferiorly it is attached on the dorsum of the neck of the talus at some distance from trochlear surface. So at these 2 points this is absent. These are shown in the images also. Here you can see on the posterior superior and anterior inferior aspect the deficiency of the fibrous capsule. This deficiency permits easy movement of the ankle joint. So this is the deficiency of the fibrous capsule on the posterior aspect, where we can see the inferior transverse tibiofibular ligament. Now on the anterior inferior aspect, here again the fibrous capsule is deficient on the dorsum of the neck of talus. Now this ankle joint is stabilized on the talus. So this is the main summit for the formation of ankle. Now the another ligament for the ankle joint is the medial collateral ligament on the medial aspect. This medial collateral ligament is also known as deltoid ligament. Deltoid ligament is strong, flat, triangular band which is attached above to the apex and anterior and posterior borders of medial malleolus. So in this diagram we can see the deltoid ligament. It is triangular, that is why it is named as deltoid. Here we can again see the deltoid ligament. The different parts of the deltoid ligament are the posterior tibiotalar part, tibiocalcaneal, tibionavicular, and anterior tibiotalar part. So these are the parts of deltoid ligament. So deltoid ligament or the medial collateral ligament has 2 parts, the superficial layer and the deep layer. The superficial layer is triangular in shape and has the 3 parts. First part goes towards the navicular tuberosity from the tibia. Second part is from the tibia towards the sustentaculum talli of the calcaneus, and the third part is from the tibia up to the talus. These three layers are included in the superficial part, and the deep layer has the fibers from tibia to the medial aspect of the talus. This is the deep layer. The ankle joint on the lateral side has been stabilized by the lateral collateral ligament. This lateral collateral ligament has also three parts: the anterior talofibular from the fibula up to the talus, calcaneofibular from fibula up to the calcaneum, and posterior talofibular, that is from fibula up to the talus on the posterior aspect. So these are the three layers in the lateral collateral ligaments. Now the nerve supply of the ankle joint is by medial and the lateral plantar nerve, which are the branches of tibial nerve. Additionally, the tibia and the fibula are held together by two strong ligaments. These are anterior and posterior tibiofibular ligament, which is in between tibia and fibula. Now the movements of the ankle joint. At the ankle we have two movements: dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion is when the foot is moved upwards and away from the ground. This ankle joint movement is around a single axis and it ranges up to 20 degrees. This is plantar flexion, when the foot is moved downwards and to the ground, and the range of this movement is 45 degrees, and the axis is again the horizontal axis. Then come to the applied. First is Pott's fracture and ankle sprain. This is Pott's fracture. In this there is fracture of lower end of fibula, medial malleolus of tibia, and dislocation of the ankle. This is the Pott's fracture. These are the different conditions of the Pott's fracture. In this there is fracture of the fibula, fracture of medial malleolus, and fracture of the lower end of tibia, that is posterior malleolar fracture. Then the ankle sprain. In this sprain there is tearing of the ligaments. So in the ankle sprain there is excessive tearing because of the excessive movement of the ankle and the opposite side. This is the ankle sprain. There is torning of the calcaneofibular ligament commonly and anterior talofibular ligament. There may be the chances for injury to the lateral collateral ligament also, as in the case we can see during football playing or during any accidental case, there is injury to the calcaneofibular ligament and lateral malleolar is fractured. There may be the chances for injury to the deltoid ligament, that is medial collateral ligament. Deltoid ligament is very strong, that when the foot is forcibly everted, the ligament is not torn. But in some cases, like avulsion of the medial malleolus, and talus moves laterally, causing break in the fibula superior to the inferior tibiofibular joint. That is in the case of Pott's fracture dislocation. So this completes our topic, the ankle joint. Thank you. Now questions for the ankle joint is, in this we have question 1, write in detail about the ankle joint under the following headings. So under the following headings, these are the type and the articulating surfaces. The type of this, you have to mention the type of the ankle joint and then the articulating bones which are participating in formation of the ankle joint. Then again the ligaments, the stabilizing factors and the movements their muscles causing their range of motion, and then clinical anatomy. You have to mention about the clinical aspects of the ankle joint. Then you also draw the diagrams for this joint also. And this is the exercise for you in your file. This exercise should be done in your file. You have to first draw this diagram and use green color for the ligaments, and then label all the structures which are mentioned over here. Okay, then this will complete your ankle joint. Thank you.